Hey, it's Jonathan Loudermilk with Promise Land Ministries, and today we're addressing a critical and deeply troubling issue: sex trafficking. This topic is heavy, but it's crucial that we understand if we want it to make a difference. So let's dive in. First thing we need to define what is sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery, and it's a type of human trafficking. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security defines it as using force, fraud, or coercion to induce someone into commercial sex acts. For minors, any commercial sexual activity is considered trafficking, regardless of the use of force, fraud, or coercion. Key points to understand is that it's a crime and a severe violation of human rights. It affects both adults and children. It occurs in every country, including developed nations. It's not the same as prostitution, which may be voluntary. But remember, victims of sex trafficking are not criminals. They are survivors of a heinous crime. The second thing is we need to look at the scope of the problem. Okay, so the scale of sex trafficking it's just staggering. It's heartbreaking. Millions of people are trafficked worldwide each year. It's one of the fastest growing criminal enterprises globally. It generates billions of dollars annually for criminals. Victims can be of any age, gender, race, or even nationality. However, women and children are disproportionately affected. These aren't just numbers. Each statistic represents a human being subjected to unimaginable trauma. So, how does trafficking occur? See, traffickers use various methods to lure and control their victims. You know, parents and grandparents, they often sell their children or grandchildren. Traffickers have false promises of jobs, education, or a better life. There are some romantic relationships. We call it grooming. There's abduction, kidnapping, exploitation of vulnerable populations such as runaways, homeless youth, abuse survivors. There's online recruitment through social media and chat rooms. Once trapped, the victims are often kept compliant through physical violence or threats, psychological manipulation, drug addiction, debt bondage, threats to family members. It's crucial to understand that victims often can't just leave due to all these complex factors. So, how do you recognize the signs? You know, awareness is key to combating trafficking. Some signs that someone might be a victim may include appearing malnourished or showing signs of physical abuse. They may avoid eye contact, social interaction, or authority figures. Maybe they lack official identification documents. Appearing deprived of food, water, sleep, or medical care. Being accompanied by a controlling person or boss. Not being allowed to speak for themselves. Lacking personal possessions and unstable living conditions. They may be working excessively long hours. Maybe they're showing signs of drug addiction. So there's a lot of signs. And if you suspect trafficking, don't try to intervene directly. Okay? Instead, contact the authorities or trafficking hotline. The impact on victims is another thing to look at. The effects of sex trafficking on victims it's profound and long-lasting. You know, there's severe physical and mental health issues. There's PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Substance abuse problems. Difficulty forming relationships and trusting others. There's challenges reintegrating into society. But recovery is possible. It requires extensive support and resources. This is why prevention and early intervention are so crucial. And this is something Promise Land Ministries tries to do. So we need to take action. We need to understand sex trafficking is the first step in combating it. You know, we need to understand that. But how can you help? You know, you want to educate yourself and others about the realities of trafficking. You want to support organizations that help trafficking survivors. Be aware of the signs and report suspected trafficking. advocate for stronger anti-trafficking laws, and support survivors. Be a conscious consumer. Some products may be made with forced labor. Remember, at Promised Land Ministries, we believe in the power of individuals to make a difference. And so by understanding this issue and taking action, each of us can contribute to the fight against sex trafficking. Thank you for your attention to this critical issue. If you found this video informative, please share it to spread awareness. Together we can work towards a world free from exploitation. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media. All the links are down below. Like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.